Guys, things aren't changing that much, at least for all of our cold weather lovers out there. It's not going to be that cold later tonight. These are the low temperatures. It's just going to be warm, milder, I would say, 60s and almost 70-degree temperatures, especially for portions of the Mid Valley. The city of McAllen may actually see a low temperature of 67 degrees. Later tonight, 66 for Wesco, and this is going to be like the norm for the rest of the valley into the early morning hours on Thursday, and it's because the winds are going to continue out of the southeast. It's going to be breezy again. Another windy day on Thursday with winds gusting to about 20 and 25 miles per hour. But again, mostly out of the southeast, and the wind direction is not going to change significantly, at least until Thursday evening. But then after 7 p.m., just those winds will continue again out of the southeast. A little weaker, but still just winds coming from the south, and that means warmer temperatures, warmer than average. And these are the forecast highs for Thursday. Look at the average height first. It should be 78, but I want you to pay special attention to the upper valley. Cities like Rio Grande City, Roma, La Jolla, 97 degrees in the middle of February. So it is going to be really hot in the upper valley. It's going to feel like May. And the rest of the valley, the mid valley and the lower valley temperatures are going to basically fluctuate between 88 and 94 degrees. So it's going to be a very hot and warm day across the board for everybody in the valley. And because of this, we already have in place by the National Weather Service in Brownsville a minor heat risk for the upper valley, the mid valley, and parts of the lower valley, as well as you can see there by that yellow color, basically covering, I would say, 90% of the valley because of those very high temperatures. But here is what a minor heat risk actually means. This is a definition. First, it basically means that this is heat tolerated by most people, so it's common. However, for some portions of the persons of the population, this can represent related illnesses for those who are extremely sensitive, such as older adults, infants, and people with chronic diseases, let's just say poor blood circulation. So again, it is going to be a warm day on Thursday, and some of you out there may need to take special precautions, especially if you work outdoors. If you work in the agriculture sector or in the construction industry, you need to take breaks throughout the day and try to seek some periodic breaks in the AC if possible, or at least under a tree, because again, Thursday is going to be really, really warm. Now, looking ahead, the next 5 to 6 days is just more of the same. There really isn't much to show on this long-term forecast in this case because it's just going to be mostly dry and warm. However, on the weekend between Saturday and Sunday, yes, we're going to have a cold front. And yes, even though the temperatures, the highs are going to stay in the 70s, it is still classified as a cold front. So make no mistake there. Now, on Monday morning, we're going to see those low temperatures drop to the upper 40s in some cities and some portions of the valley. So again, there will be a slight relief in the valley in terms of those temperatures. And you can see it there on that 7-day forecast. On Thursday, on average, 92 degrees, but again, some portions of the upper valley will see almost 100-degree temperatures. And then after Sunday, we're going to see those temperatures drop to those 70 degrees and the lows in the mornings in the 50s.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Marcelo. We'll check in with you again a little bit later in the newscast. But